This video is one of those videos that I didn't want to make, but I had to make, and I want you to click the link and watch it now. It is a video devoted to why the growl sucks. It gives you all the details, examples, proof of concept, cheating, and much, much more. Click the link in the description, go watch the video, subscribe to the bloody God Level YouTube channel where you learn tips and tricks and all those good stuff, and we also do videos on command. If you have any ideas, please put it in the comment section below and I'll do a video on it if it's a good idea, but I'm so pissed off at the fact that the growl is still even a thing. Hopefully it's nerfed by the time that you're even watching this video, because it's an absolute weapon. Thank you. Click the link. Goodbye.
Ladies and bloody gentlemen, I hate the mother growl. The weapon of all ages. Basically could be 3 years old and lock onto the player. It's so annoying that they've actually made an update and supposedly decreased the MP5, which they have, and supposedly decreased the growl by like 1%, because the developers are clearly shit at the game, and they actually thought, you know what, we need a weapon that can just lock onto people, basically give PC aim assist. No, you aimbot players, we know full well that this weapon is trash. It literally used to be fair and square, and we're going to show you an example of what it used to be and how fair it was, even though I know controller players have aim assist. Why give hackers the ability to just be gods with the, you know, they're not gods anyway, but you know what I mean? Like, why give them even more of an excuse to be bloody good? Everyone hates it. Fix your game, you absolute. I cannot stress about how frustrating it is. It's a weapon that just needs to die. It needs to be de-evolved into a bloody water pistol. I couldn't care about what I think about the growl, because genuinely this is just for entertainment. But seriously, you ruin the game. Just decrease it, bring it back to what it used to be, and make it fair. So, speaking about the MP5, we're going to go into that because I know a lot of people are a bit sweaty about it. So, MP5 has a decreased damage range. That in itself has made the MP5 unreliable. You've had the AX50, which is increased, which is a very sniper-orientated update for this Season 4 midway through. HDR is about time it bloody took out those players with no plates in the distance, you know, and it's obviously increased weapon recoil and decreased ADS and steadiness throughout the game. Now, not only this update has lied. It has told us that the growl has been decreased when really it kind of has, but kind of hasn't. The MP5 really kind of hasn't, but really kind of has. And that's why the damage reduction has been so imperative for the gameplay of us, guys, us. Now, before the update, this was when I used to use the RAM your mum loadout, which is the RAM 7. I use the Kilo now. I actually used to use an old school MP5 loadout. Now, this MP5 was the official best multiplayer loadout. Now, they've actually made decreases to the multiplayer on the MP5 more than Warzone, but the damage reduction through distance is massively important. Now, at this time, I used to use a monolithic integral suppressor, when actually really you don't want to use a barrel at all. You actually want to use a monolithic suppressor. And also bear in mind that the aim assist was really OP at the time, and still kind of is when it comes down to the MP5, but this setup is for super close range. Now, again, this is the multiplayer MP5. I actually ended up changing it to a monolithic suppressor, making it a lot more fairer. You know, the game was actually responsive with the aim assist a lot more clearer from distance. They've basically changed the damage reduction from distance so that you can still get the aim assist with the MP5, but you're really unreliable to take two enemies out at the same time. I've actually found the new secret SMG, which is the MP7. Also, the footage that you're witnessing is on PlayStation 4. It's also sped up here for these content purposes. And I also use the PC now, and I use it with the controller. So I have increased FOV, I have increased frames, which win games. So you'll be able to see really good examples of what it used to be. So in a moment, after we've checked out the old MP5 style that I used to play as, you're going to see the old growl. Now, the old growl didn't have as much aim assist as it did at one point. This is where I believe Call of Duty, the developers, because they're obviously, you know, the best players of the game. Do you remember being back in the playground and you would be like, oh, the guys that make the games are the best players? No, they're actually the worst players in the game half the time, and they obviously don't really cater towards competitive gaming because, you know, obviously they want to, you know, play legibly or, you know, make the user experience the best. They need to definitely employ more people actively purely for competitive gaming, for the people that basically advertise your product and make the game really really interesting. At the end of the day, this is becoming a sport within itself because it's esports. So when they ruined the multiplayer weapon, I actually changed the setup that I use and went to MP7. And I go ahead now and I use the kilo, and I have a great video coming out where I get 51 kills with my boy Examza in duos, which is basically 4 off the world record of most kills. And that gun really turns the tides and makes the game really fun again. So definitely look forward to that video. So one last reminder, this right now, after the MP5, you're going to see gameplay of the GRAU on when it used to be good. So the game developers, I believe, made aim assist relatively decent for controllers. PC players didn't like it, so they thought it was a good idea to somehow increase aim assist or lock-on features, which basically made it just an aimbot weapon within itself, let alone allowing people that were cheating to have the upper hand of just a god and beyond. So the GRAU, which I didn't like at the time, which wasn't used that much, but, you know, seemed to be quite fair throughout the whole entire game, used to play really nicely. It used to not snap as clear and concise through distance. Now, whatever the developers did, they needed to leave it to this. Now, bear in mind, I do have stopping power. So stopping power actually increases the recoil of your weapon. But watch, right? So I'm on PlayStation 4, which, you know, I'm on my controller. I meant to have great aim assist. I'm instantly missing. Obviously, stopping power is about to miss in a moment. Stopping power is now gone, okay? So now everything you're about to see is the lock-on feature. Look at this. So we lock on, little bit aim assist there. Obviously insane, but no tracing. Yeah, still missing. Look at that. That's instantly fair. Now think now what the GRAU used to be like about 3 weeks ago, right? So look at the date of the video and think, right, how OP it was. I'm using PlayStation 4. I'm using a controller, and you're barely even getting that much aim assist towards you that you used to get. Look at the distance. I've also got the iron sight. Yes, these guys have got shields, but the GRAU got to a point where it just used to be able to hit you all the way around the bloody shield. Anywhere that you walked, it would lock onto you. And that's why right now, I think as a player, looking back at this, looking how good and fair it was. Look, it didn't even lock on. Do you see how it unlocked and how it missed? That is what the GRAU needs to be again. Game developers, go back and use the GRAU like it used to be. I'm using great examples here of the history of the weapon that literally is a bitch. You know what I mean? Like, it's funny how I just beat that out. I hate this gun. Look, it's so fair right now. So fair. Yeah, very real. Very, very great. And also the lock-on is so superior that you can clearly see that even now I'm having to tap the weapon to hit the target. You know, yes, it's because I've got 9 bullets, but it's not locking on. Ladies and gentlemen, aim assist with controller and completely giving the best representation of the weapon. And it's fair. It's fair. I'm just witnessing greatness from the GRAU right now. Yep, not even being lasered. You know, it's just the weapon of complete contentment. Missing again. There we go. Got a nice little hit, but he didn't even have shield, so got to give that guy a little bit of respect there. He sucked anyway. But yeah, old video. Look at that. No tracing. Oh, this is the foul. Yeah, even now the foul's OP as hell. I literally thought for a second there that that was the GRAU. Aim assist used to be very, very different. And you can even see it there. The foul is OP. I actually love how my editor actually included the foul. Even though it's not a foul video, it was great to actually see that the foul actually had immense improvement now. And the aim assist has just been increased. They've really messed with a lot of things. So the gameplay that you're seeing right now is not mine. This is footage of what the GRAU became. Yeah, this is the OP. Keep watching. Just keep watching the aim assist. This guy's using it close range. Now, remember, I had a shield. This guy has a shield, completely locking onto the targets of everything. And bear in mind, yes, it's close range, so you've got to give a benefit of the doubt on a lot of these situations. But you'll be able to see the GRAU gameplay of just snapping on to the players instantly, bang, snapped directly into the center of the player. So now let's check out the GRAU of what it was a few weeks ago. Now, bear in mind, you've seen the footage where it was historical GRAU footage and it was fair and square. Now, the GRAU just locks onto any other bloody target. You know, half the time, you don't even know if they're on controller. If they are, they have aim assist. If they're a mouse and keyboard and they're using the GRAU, then they're obviously cheating because there's no such thing as aim assist with the GRAU. So, yeah, the GRAU used to just be a weapon of gods. It just annihilated people left, right, and center. People started to cry about it, and they supposedly nerfed it. They really haven't. The developers are really shit at literally... Yeah, witnessing greatness, aren't you, right now? Yeah, witnessing greatness. I'd actually, do you know what? I'll tell you what I didn't do. is use an example of what the GRAU is now. I feel like it's a bit of a hybrid. They've definitely critiqued it to suit their needs. You know, when they go home after a long day of, you know, changing and ruining all the weapons in the game, they decided, yeah, actually, we'll just add a bit of aim assist in there, but like decrease the damage range. That will work. No, you still, guys, have made a weapon that is great for hackers, great for PC players to have good aim assist. It's just a weapon that needs to go, guys. I feel like, you know, it's the end of the weapon. Just bring out an update. Just show a little cutscene of Season 5, melting the GRAU into the ground, or just literally shoving it up an ass and just getting rid of it. Yeah, I feel like that's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to get rid of the GRAU. All of us are going to sign a petition and get rid of it. We've seen the history of the GRAU, and it worked. Go back to that. We've seen the GRAU aimbot and freaking overpowered as hell, as you're witnessing right now. Pure greatness of all of its snap ability in its full entirety. And it's had its time. It's had its time. I hate you, GRAU. And I feel like this video is devoted to you. And I feel like we've all come together, and now we just need the next best thing, which is the MP7, because seriously, it really is with the SMG. And the Kilo is... the ADS can be a little bit difficult, but it's better than the RAM. Even though people are saying the M13 and RAM are still lit, trust me, the Kilo is where you need to go, and that's what you need. So we've seen a lot of good gameplay. We've seen a lot of good examples. We've told you the story of the GRAU, and I feel like you guys will have a smile on your face knowing how much we're all in the same agreement. You'll see the attachments as well of what people were running at the time. This is the type of attachments that people were running of the GRAU, and this was the Aimerbot Central, and there was ones where people would run with no stock. But the conclusion is, guys, the GRAU still absolutely is overpowered as hell, and that's just the true story of it, guys. I look forward to seeing more videos like this and making them for you. So please hit the like, please hit that subscribe, and let's get more content out and thoughts of other guns. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is NitroGX. Stay God level, and I look forward to seeing you in the next Why This Gun Sucks. Goodbye. God level.
So there you have it. You now know why the GRAU bloody sucks. The fact that cheaters use it. The fact that even aim assist on controller, and yes, I use a controller, so I'm the one that's basically crying over it. But I'm telling you, it's a gun that is not fun. Bring back the Renettis, bring back the Akimbos. I'd rather use those on the daily, but the GRAU, see you later.